Okay, you guys ready?
I think
Yep.
I'm good.
Last time was a while ago, but guys were exploring through more of the Sordid archives and ran into some lizard people, and you scared them off, but definitely got injured in the process. That's kind of the cliffhanger we left off on.
Yeah, I got a nice surprise that I'm unconscious right now.
Yeah. So as soon as the enemies had left, I was probably getting straight to Vogor and started trying to help him and or find something that if he had anything useful on him that for stabilizing him because my medicine is terrible. And I think you said you had healer's kits and a potion.
Yeah, I got 2 healers kit and 1 potion of healing.
All right, I'm just gonna roll to see which one I find first.
Sure.
GM dependent, of course. All right, that's healer's kit. And being military, even if I don't carry one myself, which is probably a bit of an oversight, I do know how to use them, so I can use a charge at that to stabilize them.
Okay, perfect. Um, I think by default in the 5th edition rules, stabilized people are unconscious for like an hour before they wake up. Um, but just to speed things along, we'll say that you can come to consciousness.
Okay, that's with 1 hit point, right?
Sure.
Uh, let's not do that again. Where did they go?
They went that way, being chased by my specter.
Oh, right, the weird guy. Okay, I'm gonna need a second. Uh, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Do I still have second level spells? Give me 1 sec. Okay, I used a healing word a while ago. Huh, but I haven't been using my spells. Yeah, I'm gonna use healing word at second level on myself.
If
Sorry,
you got
cure
cure
wounds.
wounds, yeah.
Yeah, I keep confusing them. So that is 13 more on myself. And are you are you gonna be okay, Siga? Do you need a hand as well?
I'm hurt, but I can keep going. Well, some rest would be probably be good.
Yeah, I wanna. Let's first make sure that nobody's gonna come back, and maybe we can rest for a bit.
Agreed.
And I'm gonna come here to the door, and I'm gonna take a peek inside, trying to see if there's anybody coming from this room.
You do not immediately see anybody. Um, this room north, you can kind of faintly hear um, music, two different sources of music actually. in a couple different directions. One north and one um, somewhere further away. This room is kind of covered. The floor is covered with teapots.
Teapot?
Yep, a whole bunch of them.
Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, seems that the guy is away. So if you want, we can rest for a bit. But it will be better to be, I don't know, I will say on that corner, since we're gonna have visual of all walls.
Yes, this isn't the most secure place, but moving might be less secure. I will go
Yeah.
and check the other door.
It
Opening.
leads to the same room.
Oh, alright.
Oh, okay.
Just for mapping purposes, how many doors are off of that room?
That room has got two northish, and then on the right hand side of the room has, in addition, one north, one south, and one east. So there's like 7 doors on that room.
Fantastic. Alright.
So we got a lot of choices.
I suppose that is what we wanted.
Yeah, at least. Okay. I'm I'm gonna take the first watch just in case.
We're gonna do long rest or short?
I would say, uh, can we use hit die on a short rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, it will be better to have a short rest because
Yeah.
an encounter every 10 minutes for 8 hours is gonna take forever, and we're probably gonna die.
We probably have. Siga wouldn't know this, but we probably still have that 8-hour rope trick
Yes, you do.
wand.
You have like a little magic cubbyhole you can hide in.
But yeah, I'm fine with a short rest anyway.
Besides, I think we just came from a short rest, so there's also that.
Yeah, I don't think it's been. Well, I think we actually recently did a long rest in game time.
Yeah.
So short rest is fine with me.
Try to relax a bit, take care of your wounds.
I am going to leave my weapon materialized in the form of a longbow right next to me.
Sure, you're a little bit on edge and kind of just help each other clean and bandage each other. But it seems like nothing disturbs you at this time.
Alright. I'm gonna spend
Yeah.
3 hit dice.
I'm also gonna spend the same. So that's 23 more.
I'm gonna spend 1 more, I think. Because that was less so useful than I hoped. And Warlock gets spell slots back. And that
Did you add your last 9 in, Siga, or not?
In my character sheet, but the token isn't linked. Yes.
Oh, okay. You want me to link that? Or no,
It might be a good idea to have one for permanent use that's pre-linked.
Oh, I see what's wrong. Okay.
I do it myself, but I don't remember how.
Okay, I think you should be set now.
All right.
Oh, might
Very
have.
good.
Oh, did I accidentally? No.
Just checking that. Just keep on creating new one. It does.
All right. So yeah, the hall to the north, the floor is completely covered in teapots. I don't think I re-emphasized when you entered this area, when you like originally entered this area, but there is kind of like a constant chimes music coming from. You've kind of passed it. It's now more a little bit behind you. But also up ahead, you can hear some sad music from further north.
All right.
Hmm.
As we enter this room, like, what do you say covered in teapots? Like, how closely together do you mean? Do you mean they're touching each other or just they're scattered
There's
about?
even some stacking going on just because of how many teapots there
Okay.
are.
Then, first thing before we even really get far into the room, I'm just gonna kneel down and start inspecting the ones near the door to see what they're made. If they're just regular made teapots, and if there's anything in them.
Roll an investigation check.
Haha, I'm not terrible at that. I'm terrible at that.
They look pretty fragile, and at least the ones close to you seem to be pretty basic, kind of china, like lightly, like painted with a couple lines, not anything particularly fancy. And inside, some of them have like some trace remains of something, probably tea, and some of them are empty.
All right, I'm gonna prestidigitate the couple near ones near B clean, just to see if anything happens.
Nothing catches your eye.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go first? I think I'm a little bit heavier than you.
There's enough like blank spots on the floor that you can just take your time and pretty easily pass through.
Okay.
Just don't
Very
fall
well.
over.
Yeah, I really don't want to know what happens if you break those.
Really? Because my
Okay.
next idea was to pick up the nearest one and toss it into a pile somewhere in the room.
Yeah, and when the thing that likes them comes out and tries to kill us, what do we do?
Run?
A fair point, yes.
But yes, I recognize that that's not a good idea. So, sort of here, shall we try the nearest pathway first?
I would prefer if we can check the others. Most of the time, the first option doesn't look that good.
Know your options, I suppose, and all that. Seems like a decent, good idea.
Well, that's a lot of doors.
Uh, is it this room we're in right here?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We'll say the 3 doors on the right are closed and you can't peek into them.
Okay, so those are closed.
Do we have? Are the spaces in teapots suspiciously regular? Out of curiosity.
No, not necessarily.
All right.
It kind of looks convenient for walking, but not like necessarily paths to all the doors.
All right.
It seems random.
All right. That's enough for me to not try to check for traps. Shall we check the 2 open ones
The
first?
sad music, by the way, is coming from up here in the top left.
I do remember Cronia liked to hear some music, but I don't know, it seems kind of sad.
It's an organ, if that helps.
I don't know
You
if my
know,
guys have ever heard an organ.
all of my experiences with organs have to do with castles full of vampires, so
Oh, actually, no.
maybe
My
no.
guy's fairly religious, and organs tend to come in cathedrals and churches. He is sort of there.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of those here. Okay, so sad music or regular door?
I've had enough of sad events in my lifetime. I don't need to encounter any more. On the other token, maybe we can help whoever is there and make them less sad.
A good point. Let's go this way first.
Very well. And I shall start walking over there.
I'm gonna
Making an
be...
attempt to not step on any pots or kick them accidentally.
Yeah, I wanna try that too. I wanna avoid breaking anything.
This is a short hallway that goes north and then turns right into a couple different rooms. Inside this hallway, you kind of enter the room and the music that should be pretty close to you now just gets a lot quieter. There is a machine kind of in the corner of this hallway. And the whole room kind of sounds like a crowd hushedly talking about something. But it's all just overlapping. You can't make out any words.
Well, I'm gonna try to make out some words anyway.
In the meantime, I wanna check if maybe I can see if the machine is working right now.
The machine has like gears and stuff that are spinning, and it seems to be attached to some kind of grate in the wall that looks to be made of gold.
Okay.
There is also, as you kind of get closer to the machine and turn the corner, uh, probably the largest lizard mummy you've seen. Uh, like almost round, uh, is taking frantic notes.
You said it was a mummy, right?
Yes, one of the lizard men mummies. You do not take get like you can't really understand what he could possibly be writing down because you can't understand any of the Siga.
I'm gonna whisper to Sega. Are we gonna commit to this? Do we talk to that guy? Do we go to the other room? What do you wanna do?
In a deep rumble, obviously trying to be quiet, Siegel will say, "We should continue scouting first."
Very well. I'm gonna try to keep walking, but I'm not actively trying to have the mummy notice me. Like, just casual. I'm here and you're here too, so no big deal.
He seems to be. He kind of like looks up for half a second and then just looks down again really quickly and trying to write even faster.
Um, okay. Nothing else in this room, right? Like the machine, the weird noises, and the mummy is taking notes.
Yes. Plus the doorways at the end of the hallway, which I will, since there's a couple, I'll
Okay.
just draw this. Yeah, pretty much that. You got your machine in the corner with all the gears and a golden grate on the wall.
I'm gonna go up to that grate and just look into it, see if I see anything. Or can I not squeeze behind there?
Uh, you can probably lean over that part of the machine enough to get a view. It is, uh, it's kind of like black dark in there, but you can see little hints because of your special eyes. Um, and it just kind of looks like stonework.
All right, I'll stand up straight against and look to Magor and say, "Doesn't seem like there's anything interesting down there."
All right. Um, do I mean, I have an average intelligence. What would I have to roll to try and guess what the machine is supposed to do? Or if it's magical in some way?
Um, you can make an intelligence check.
Okay, I'm not very dumb or smart. Let's see. Yeah, not gonna happen.
It definitely has something to do with sound. It has kind of like a horn-like attachment that is pointed towards the grate. So either it's sending or receiving some kind of audio towards the grate. And it's probably magical of some sort.
Interesting machine. I have no idea what it does. By the way,
Typical artificer work. Extremely complex and utterly meaningless at times.
are you sure we're not in the gallery anymore? Because this will fit there. By the way, the mummy is around this place, right?
Yeah, a little bit closer,
Oh,
but
okay.
just around the corner.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking again, casual. Like it's perfectly normal for me to be here, and try to get the reaction from the mummy.
And I'll fall onto step just behind to the side of him.
Bagor, why don't you make a deception check with advantage?
Okay. That's charisma, and I don't think I'm good at that. Where's the? Oh, there you are.
Yay, advantage.
Well, a 15 with advantage.
I mean, he kind of just eyes you without even like moving his head. His eyes look at you for a second and then just go straight back to his paper.
Okay, for now I'm gonna keep going and try to see what's through these doors.
Okay, north. You've got a dry, dead miniature city.
Sorry, a what city?
Dry, dead, miniature city.
Okay, miniature. I
Oh,
misheard that
okay.
as major first.
I thought that was some kind of animal.
Bees are like completely swarming it, and there's kind of like a bee pathway that goes through this intersection from inside the room, and there's bees coming both directions.
Okay, so that's north.
East, we have
I cannot turn into a bee, right? They have flying speed and I cannot do that yet.
yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
East is kind of a larger conjoined room thing. Seems like an ignored hallway that is not often used, but there are some things hanging on the wall. South looks to be another mummy
Crap.
who is talking to a strange, like, twisted up golem that's made out of like a shaded gray glass. And she seems like she's talking to it and sometimes listening for a response, but you can't hear much from here.
Okay. Sega, why don't you get close to a door for a sec?
He'll
And I'm gonna step a little bit closer here and I'm gonna address the mummy. Excuse me, good sir.
He
Hello.
doesn't look up. He's still has his back turned to you.
Um, Sir, do you mind answering a question? Uh, Hello?
Your voice is a little bit muffled in this room, as are most sounds other than the droning, but eventually he does turn. He's like, "What do you want?"
Hi. Question. We saw a friend of yours in another room and the hallway. Do you know where that hallway leads? And if your friend is good in the head, like they're not crazy or something?
As he's listening to you, his eyes are darting like to you and back to his paper as he's writing, and to you and back to his paper. Um, is this really worth my time?
I mean, if you answer, I can leave you alone and you can continue writing.
I don't know much. I just stay here and I record what I need to.
What do you record?
I answered your question.
Damn it. He's got me there. Okay, thanks. Bye, I guess. And I'm gonna come back to Sega and I'm gonna be like, well, that was useful, I think. Not really. That wasn't really useful. Um,
I believe it may be prudent to consider all of these mummy folk equally sane.
yeah. Like, yeah. Lots of people are gonna be like that. Okay. Do you want to go to the crazy person at the bottom talking to a glass golem, or do you want to go through the hallway? Because there's not a lot of temptation about bees in my head right now. Like, they're not my number one priority.
Man, if I was still at this, I'd be making a joke about bees and honey and bears. But I'm not. Um, probably the hallway.
All right. Seems safer.
That was my thinking.
There seem to be things on the wall.
I'll move you again. I'm gonna kind of just draw these two rooms together as one here. So this one on the left is where you've noticed all the things on the walls. You are coming in from down here. You can see there's, I guess, two ways out over here. And that's it for now.
Generally speaking, what sort of things are hanging on the walls? Like tapestries or artifacts of some kind? Or...
Some closer to tapestries.
All right.
They don't appear to have pictures on them. And they're in weird shapes.
So are they just like colors or?
As you enter the hallway and get a little bit closer, they have lots of little punctures in them that make patterns. But you wouldn't necessarily know how to interpret them. It's
Do you
kind
think
of it's
those
kind of
are?
braille-like.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Sega. Like, do you think those are like letters for? Hmm. No, never mind. I don't think it would make a lot of sense.
I imagine there's some form of communication, but certainly not one I recognize.
Would one or both of you make a? Let me look at somebody's sheet. I guess just an intelligence check.
Well, mine went well last time.
And mine went equally well this time.
We're not
Just
very bright.
something about the shapes of these tapestries kind of just unnerves you, and it just feels like you've been inside this maze for too long just in this moment.
Hmm. Maybe I'm already seeing things. Let's hope we don't end up like those mommy people.
I would not put it past this place. And with a brief prayer to the gods, Sigo turns away and starts continuing down the hall.
I'm gonna follow him, but I'm gonna keep stealing a glance every so often to the tapestries.
Also, by the way, like as soon as you entered this room on the left, you did hear a little bit louder again the echoes of the sad organ music. Um, Inside this room on the right,
Hmm.
you
I thought
have.
I thought we were getting away from the music.
Yeah, you were, but it was just deafened inside of the room with the machine.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
now that you're outside of that room, you can hear it a little bit better. There are about 7 clockwork birds here, and their beaks are long and needle-like.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. A quick GM ruling because it's what I just thought of. Because my instinctive reaction was to form a net out of. I would say instinctively form a net with the summon weapon, but I don't know if that counts enough as a weapon. Or more precisely, I think Sega's instinct would be to form a net.
Uh,
Um, it might work.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot. I can't do that because Pack the Blade, the with the Hex Blade or whatever, it specifies
Melee weapon.
specific ranged weapons, not ranged weapons in general can now
Okay.
be created instead of just melee weapons. So never mind. Moot point.
is there? Are they making any noise? Like, are they singing? These birds?
No, you can kind of just hear the faint creaking and clicking of their gears.
Because these are 7, and there's 7 bird cages. Huh. Anyways, it's a long way to go back there with 7 birds. Hmm. I'm getting ideas, but maybe we can do this later. Siga, do you think These will fit. Did you see a room with a lot of bird cages?
Not while I've been part of the party.
I can't remember.
Hmm. Okay, in the meantime, I'm just gonna be watching them and thinking what to do. Hmm. They're not coming any closer?
All at once, their heads snap up and look at you.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to make a. This is a dumb idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just double checking weapon rule real quick. I'm going to say it's going to instinctively make a pike and brace it to against what's going to come towards me. Yeah, pikes don't actually have that rule.
Why
But I
don't
don't
we
remember.
roll initiative?
Crap.
Actually, no wait. Right, in 5e that's a feat, not a weapon thing. Right, never mind. Just regular greatsword it is.
Look at that amazing initiative. It's the highest I've ever had.
I just re-rolled so it'd be on the tracker.
Okay, 2 of those got amazing initiative.
We'll call it that approximately. And they start kind of. It's like a weird combination of flying and skipping on the ground.
So kind of like chickens do.
Yeah. May as well dash in. Bugor.
As they come in, Siga's going to shout out, "Hold our positions!" Which is actually not the right command, but I've already said it, so whatever.
I don't know. I don't want to hurt it. Do they look aggressive? Like, did they come closer, like kind of
It
to
is trying
attack?
to stab you with its beak.
Okay,
I
so
think that
I'm gonna
counts as
guess
aggressive.
yeah, they're a little bit aggressive. I'm gonna try to catch it. Can I just hold it in my hands?
You can make a gravel check. It will
Okay,
take your action.
that's. Wait, which one is that? Athletics or?
Athletics, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I got a +6 on that. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try to grab it with a 19.
You've got to hold on it. You can move with it if you choose at half speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit further away from them, like here. And Yeah, I'm gonna hold there to see how the others react.
Okay. One more dashes in, and Siga.
All right. I know I might take something for this, but I think if I put a 20-foot radius there, it'll get just next to us without actually hitting us. It's a little odd doing the counting with the radius thing. But I'm going to cast Hunger Fidar, which is 20-foot
Ooh,
radius.
I know that one.
From that little dot that I made?
Yeah,
Or
from about there, because I think that's not actually working very well. Because it's not designed to measure from the point between.
something like that. Alright.
And then, do I spend any? No, I don't think I activate that now. All right. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if difficult terrain will work on them. I hope so.
I think they are fast enough with dashing to be able to get in. But they. Let me make sure I'm doing the right ones.
Okay, let's see what happens. Can I have only my crystal eye open? I don't want them poking out the other one.
One is going to attack each of you. We'll do Siga first.
If they, oh right, top of the round again. Never mind.
Oh yeah, he actually does start his turn there and does take 2d6 damage. You want to roll that? Uh, sure. The cold actually stops up his gears and it stops moving and falls over.
I'll take it.
I don't know what his bonus is, but let's see how close that gets. Probably close enough to hit.
Close enough for the bonus to matter.
9 points of damage to Bugor. As it kind of just like stabs you over and over and over again.
Yeah, okay. 9? 9. Where's
Your
the...
turn.
Hmm. Okay, let me know if it's too many things, but can I turn into a bear and attack two of them?
Because
Like,
you are the moon druid, you can turn as a bonus action, and then you still have your action to attack. So yes.
yeah, but like I have one in my hand, so it will mean like drop that one and keep all of that.
You can drop for free.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go full bear now. And I'm gonna go on this one and this one. One attack each. Where is my... Oh, there you are. That's 1 and the claws.
You just miss with your bite, but your claws kind of just bash this thing, and all the gears and stuff go flying.
Oh crap.
Er,
Okay. I'm gonna hold for the meantime.
just a point that we might have missed. The ones that ended their turn in this also take 2 damage. That's from last round.
They must pass a dexterity save or
2d6.
take acid damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your DC?
Forgot to check it. It's 14.
I've been rolling at +2 for them, so one of them will take the damage, and it doesn't say half damage.
Now.
And I did them left to right, so that's another one on you.
Well, still need to roll damage.
Oh, yes, just in case.
It's only 2d6.
Okay, not enough. Siga.
All right. I will strike at the. Just do a normal strike at the one that didn't take damage from that, or the one next to me that's not in range.
Sure.
The one to my right. Crit fail.
Oh,
And so I'll use my second attack on the same one. 12?
yeah, definitely.
Oh, 14, 12 to damage.
Your sword easily cuts through the brass and the copper that these things are made of. I assume nothing for bonus action.
Yeah.
Now we'll say 3 inside the circle are going to take 2d6 each. Then this one's going to split off, and the rest of them are going to try and get out of the circle. So one attacking Siga.
That's it.
4 points of damage.
Concentration check 17. I don't remember what the concentration DC is.
It's 10 or half the damage rounded down, so it's 10.
Alright.
And then 3 attacks on Bagor.
Alright. All of those hit. I should really remember that I gotta use bark skin before I turn it into a bear.
21 points across all 3.
Oh crap. I'm at half health. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm at 21 remaining.
You are welcome to get your revenge now.
Which ones were trying to escape? This one and this one?
The 2 ones over here have taken damage already. And are kind of slowing down. But
Okay.
the one that's up here actually is still within the tentacles.
Okay. As a bear, I'm gonna yell like, kill all of them! Even if Siga doesn't get it. And I'm gonna attack this one, and if it dies, the one next to me.
And honestly, a bear roaring in anger is certainly what I'm assuming.
Your
So
bite
that's
misses, unfortunately. Low rolls.
okay. So it's gonna be on the same one here. And I'm gonna guess that misses too.
Yep.
I don't think Roll20 liked us being away for so long.
I think so. Like, I don't think Roll20 likes me in general. Have you seen my rolls?
Well, you're up, Siga.
All right. I guess just one hit. Well, I'll hit the one directly to my right again first.
Yeah, it goes scattering all across everywhere.
All right, and then the second one, I will hit the other.
Yep.
All right, and then I can't actually stop them from having flanking, but I will go here just outside the radius of my own thing to get our own flanking.
Okay. We've got, we'll say all three of them are probably just going to go after the big bear. It suits their purposes better.
Okay.
All three are going to miss.
Nice. Okay.
Your turn.
All right. I want to let this one escape. It's so close to the doors. Okay. I'm gonna try to attack this one and then this one.
Okay. We got advantage on the first one.
That's a crit on the first one then.
You think it might not be satisfying biting into something made of all metal, but it definitely is.
Yeah. The sweet taste of revenge. And the other one. 17.
Yeah, that one just goes flying across the wall.
All right.
Okay. One to go. That's my turn.
Should I might have deleted the wrong one. It probably should have had a turn somewhere. But unless
If
you
you
roll
wanted
two
a turn, it could
ones,
take
the
damage.
2d6 damage. Just roll 2d6. And as long as it's not 2 ones, you should be good.
There's 1-1.
Alright.
All right. We'll wait a couple moments after the last one falls, and I'll peer past the darkness to see if there's any more. And when none do, I'll gesture and let the spell fade away.
Um, I don't think I'm very dexterous, but I'm gonna try to pick up the birds or what's left of them and give them to Siga so that he can keep them for me for a while.
The bear hands you a pile of gears.
I imagine it's just kind of like shoving them along the floor towards me.
One of them was kind of frozen, it's mostly intact.
Yeah,
No.
and I kind of bit one of those, so, well, two of them. So there's two with a lot of drool.
Yeah. I'm curious as to how that one you said split did that.
You mean when you like cut it?
No, at one point I thought I'd take one down. Then you said that the one there split and formed a second one down there or something.
I did not intend to say anything like that.
All right. Or maybe I'm just misremembering what you said or misinterpreted, whatever. All right, never mind. So at the Siga not being entirely dumb, we'll ask the bear if he wants Siga to gather the stuff and carry it for.
I'm gonna nod and I'm gonna be mumbling in bear. I don't know if that's a language.
Is now.
I'm gonna be mumbling. Like, the idea is that I'm talking about there's a room with bird cages, and I think these go there just in case we're gonna keep them and all of that. But I think you got an idea of what you hear.
Why don't each of you roll another intelligence check?
That's an 11.
Siga, the holes in your body pretty similar to the holes on the tapestries on the wall. And the weird shape of the tapestries might mean their skin.
Oh.
Huh. Oh, right.
I was imagining this hole's a lot smaller.
They are very tiny holes.
Oh.
But still painful.
All right. There's nothing of interest around here other than
Not that you can see.
anymore.
All right. And you said these things were made out of just fairly normal brass.
Yeah, a lot of brass and copper,
Right.
some gold, but it's pretty rare.
Just to be on the safe side, and Vur can stop me if he wants, but I'm going to start taking off the beaks from all the corpses, because that's what makes them dangerous. And just in case they try to reanimate.
Okay.
I'm trying. Caleb, do you remember how long can I stay as a
Half your
bear?
level.
Like,
So if you're 6, it should be 3
so
hours.
like 3 hours. Okay. Since Siga is new in the group, I'm gonna like. Can I lift 3 fingers as a bear?
Sure.
I think there's only half 3 fingers to lift.
I'm gonna lift my fingers and like try to make the figure of an hourglass, trying to get the idea.
Okay.
Like, this is a very weird dance. I'm trying to make him know it's 3 hours.
I think I've got it. Something to do with time and 3. So since it's been probably 3 minutes at this point, I'll go ahead and assume 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm also going to assume it's not 3 days.
Who knows? All right. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna try to peek around the doors to see what we have in front.
Down has a dry, cracked and decaying humanoid figure with like black, like jutting out and spilling out from all the cracks in its body. And to the right has a a frustrating number of unsorted scrolls.
Um,
That's a very specific thing to say.
but
I think your guide was written by one of the mummies on this place.
well, Siga is going to start going towards that corpse because black stuff coming out of desiccated corpse sounds pretty evil to him,
It is not
and
a
he doesn't like
corpse. It's
that.
actually kind of rocking back and forth.
Oh, that changes things slightly. It still looks evil, and which means it's still somewhat of a problem. And I wish I actually had detect evil or something like that.
I'm just gonna watch from behind because I really don't think it's a good idea to leave a thing that's spilling out black stuff live. So I want to see where this goes.
Uh, you kind of approach it, and it stands up as best as can. You can kind of see. Uh, it seems to be some kind of clay golem.
Ah, all right. How far out is that black stuff spreading on the floor?
It's kind of like just dissipating into the air.
Okay.
It seems like it's mostly being contained.
Okay. So seeing it move and it being obviously not an actual person, Sigo relaxes slightly, somewhat, but he still has his weapon out and such. But, like, but he'll kind of, when the golem stands up and faces him, he'll stop where he is and say, "Can you speak?"
I'm gonna be waving like those Russian bear videos from the back.
You're not a lizard.
Well spotted. Neither are you.
Yes, but they made me.
For what purpose?
I was made to contain the darkness.
Ah, very good then. But only contain, not destroy.
If light is created, then darkness, its equal, must be created as well.
True, but darkness shall seep in where it is unwanted. But I suppose that is why you're containing it, yes?
Yes.
Very good then. Do you require assistance with your task?
No.
Very good.
Talkative.
And Sigo will turn around and head back out. Out of curiosity, for mapping purposes, were there any other doors?
That room kind of continued south into a couple rooms.
All right.
As you're turning and walking away, it says, "How do you feel about the lizards?"
They are beings. Whatever has created them and animated them is an abomination, but they themselves, I do not yet know.
Do you wish to destroy them?
They have not yet given me reason to.
Very well, goodbye.
I think we just dodge a bullet on that, maybe.
I mean, that out of character, that last bit could have gone the same way for two very opposite reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go like, I'm gonna nudge into Siga and I'm gonna go like, uh, spin my hand around my head like they're just crazy.
As we go into the other room, it's like Siegel will cock his head. Is like, that seemed quite reasonable to me, actually.
I'm gonna point at you and do the same thing.
Many have called me such before. Yes.
This short hallway goes north, but all along the floor is basically knee-high scrolls. Just piles and piles. You're kind of like wading through them.
I feel not at all bad about that, because if they're already unsorted, then continuing to unsort them won't make too much difference.
I'm gonna try to walk carefully because I remember the lizard guy with paper inside of him, so I don't want to be cut by this thing.
This leads north into just so you have like an idea, I'll just draw this hallway on this page. And it kind of leads north into its own room, to a new room. The new room is two like machines. One of them is continuously weaving some kind of tapestry, and that tapestry is being fed into another machine, which is unweaving it back into threads, which go back into the first machine.
Well, that's pointless.
Siegel will shrug. Artificers. And as if that is enough explanation.
Does it look like the pattern in the tapestry changes?
It's moving extremely slowly, but right now it kind of just looks like burning books are raining down upon some kind of place.
Okay.
I've got to step away for just a moment.
Does it seem familiar? Like, have we seen somewhere like that here? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, got it. Well, while Siga comes back, do I see any traces of somebody being here in the near past?
Make an investigation check.
There we go. Okay.
All right, I'm back.
As far as you can tell, Bagor, this place is monitored, but not maybe not every day, but often enough that there's kind of a fresh pathway that leads from its door to the other room further to the right.
Okay, got it.
The door to the right before you enter, there is actually a sign on it. And it says in thousands of different languages, really, including one that Siga can read. I don't think there's one that Bagor can read.
If it's not in Druidic, I don't know.
Oh, you can read Druidic?
Yeah, it's basically a magic language. You just understand it. I think what was the description.
Alright, sure. Well, you can read this then. It says, no light should be brought inside.
I'm gonna turn around and tell Siga to close his eyes.
I do not believe that would be sufficient.
Hmm. I get the feeling. I'm gonna have to check my notes. I get the feeling that we had something that had to do with light. Give me one sec.
I know you have some like black roses that absorb some light, but
You lost your eye to a bunch of darkness. I just had to for
Will this look like the Grim Spindle that we're looking for?
the tapestry machines?
Maybe.
I'd say it is kind of pretty different from the thing you described. You can pretty much tell where everything in this machine is coming from. The threads go to tapestry, and tapestry goes to threads.
Okay.
Doesn't you wouldn't see where like fate is split or light or darkness are created. It seems to be, as far as magic tapestry machines go, seem to be pretty bland.
It's pretty standard magical tapestry machine. Okay. As a bear, no. My bag will have turned with me, right?
Yeah, it is probably
I'm not a
fused
bear
into your
with a
form.
backpack.
I think you
Okay.
can choose each time you transform, like what all comes with you.
Yeah, but I think the rest falls into the floor, so that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Did you say there was a closed door
It
beneath
is.
that sign?
I don't think it's a door. No, it is an open archway, but the room inside is pretty dark. You can kind of get a good glimpse into it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and stand precisely 4 inches in front of or on this side of that archway to look into it.
It's definitely weird there is like the floor kind of has skeletons embossed into it. There is a fort like in the shape of a star made entirely out of skulls and bones. But it seems to be relatively tame. You can tell that this is extreme magical darkness that you're not expected to be able to see into.
Yeah, but I do see into it, and I rolled religion check to see if I can identify any of the symbology there.
I would say this event is so old that um, even with your knowledge of different religions, you haven't really heard of anything like this. Like a star fort doesn't sound familiar.
Okay.
Do I get a sense of? Well, no, never mind. I don't think I have detect magic. Can I look at the skeletons and skulls and all of that and see if maybe any of them is moving by themselves?
You can't see into the room at all. You don't know how sick it is. So you would have to go into the room
Oh,
and feel about. It seems to be like magically darkened.
Yeah. So looking into it, He'll start kind of musing to himself. I don't recognize that symbology of that star and fort, but the skeletons there do not fill me with confidence.
I'm gonna try to follow that voice. Try to get to
Well,
Siga because he seems to see.
he stayed outside, so you're
Oh,
still kind of just peeking inside for now.
I just look at him like, how? That's, and I'm gonna put my paw on my face, like covering my eyes.
Ziggle notices that it's like the darkness cannot truly stop the light, not if the light knows how to look properly.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, this is impossible. I'm gonna drop form. I'm gonna come back to an orc. And I'm gonna go and say like, okay, I don't see crap in there. So if we go that way, you're probably gonna have to guide me.
Understood. I'm still debating whether I should go in there or not. The darkness wants to hide something, and I wish to seek that out. But that sign is very pointed.
Do you see if any of those things is moving?
You don't see anything moving.
No, nothing there seems to be active. I believe I'm going to test how literal that is being. Can I see precisely where the darkness there begins?
Pretty much purely on the door archway.
All right. I'm going to step back a few feet, and then cast prestidigitation to put a shower of sparks such that it will start. The sparks will start on in view and then travel into the darkness a little bit
Okay.
and see what happens.
When that happens, all of a sudden, the skull fort just begins to completely collapse. And after only a few seconds, it's just a pile of dust on the ground.
That sounded like you broke something.
That was significantly more dramatic than I expected.
What did you do?
What I expected was for there to be some sort of defense mechanism, perhaps. Instead, that fort that was there, hidden and shrouded in that darkness, utterly collapsed on itself.
Huh.
I believe it is time for us to keep moving. That is somewhere that is not here.
So go back?
That is our only option in it.
There is a doorway past the darkness.
Let's see. I get the sense, I get the feeling you, I don't know, maybe we can go through here, but you will have to be my guide. No, let's go back. Let's go back for now.
Okay, you go from here, which is the weaving machines, to the hallway of scrolls, and back to this room.
And
Oh, while we pass the scrolls room, can I check to see if there's anyone with anything resembling a spell on it?
How many do you want to pick up?
Let's go for 4. Let's get 4. I don't like that. What's going on?
Actually, one of these does look like it has magic runes on it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that one and leave the others there.
right, and sorry, quick description, clarification. The fort that was there, it is a fort with stars on it, not a star fort, correct?
It was in the shape of a star, so kind of like the
Okay.
Pentagon, except more star-like.
Okay. Just from my notes, because a star fort is a specific thing, and I'm just trying to clarify to make sure that's not what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to lean into the possible quest hook, and so while we're instead of debating what we're going to do, I'm going to step back into that room with the clay golem, and then ask it, we are exploring this area. Would you have any recommendations of where to go?
What are you looking for?
What was the name of that?
Okay, that's a very good question, and I kind of got a small existential crisis from it.
What was the name of the spindle?
Grim Spindle.
Oh, the Grim Spindle.
Yeah. All right. So I'll reply. Possibly something called the Grim Spindle, or truthfully anything particularly interesting.
And what is that device supposed to do?
I'm gonna peek out. Hi, I'm the bear from a while ago. I think that makes clothes out of light, if I'm not wrong.
Interesting.
And it had something to do with fate or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Well, maybe I've seen it and maybe I haven't. It really depends on what you want to do with it.
Question. What are you made out? What are you made of? Just curiosity.
He seems to be made out of kind of a reddish clay. Has since dried out pretty significantly.
Is there like a wax golem around that you know? One of your buddies?
I think I'm the only golem here.
Do you know a blue lady called Lady Crusham?
I can't go very far from here.
I don't remember what. Okay, yes, because yeah. All right. Siga will interject once more to answer your question. There's a woman named Kronia in this place who ages all that comes near her. We believe the spindle can make her clothes that will not simply age and wither and disappear.
Yeah, she's super naked all the time.
And no one has told you of the cost of using this machine.
No. Do you know about it? Is somebody gonna die?
You can't make light without also making darkness.
Oh. Oh. Can you give us like a second, please? Do you mind? Like, we need to talk about something. Siga, can you come here for a second? I want to talk to you about something.
Naturally. But he'll step back and a bit away.
So, Cruchim said that with light, they can make the clothes, and the dark has to be bound with something alive, or it's gonna break. I think the dark is being bound to this thing.
That seems logical. Yes.
Do you think this golem is against all of the darkness he's getting inside of him? Do you think that's making him evil? I mean, there's a lot of dark already.
He has stood strong this long, But yes, everything and everyone has their limits. No, we cannot ask it of him again.
Let's ask him a couple questions more. Maybe I have a way around this. Just maybe. And I'm gonna go back. Hello again. Hi.
She doesn't say anything.
All right. So here's the thing. As you said, there's gonna be darkness created. My friend and I really think that maybe you're the one getting all of that darkness, and that's kind of unfair. So, if I were able to, like, make an animal or a creature or something that can take the dark, do you think that could be destroyed and the darkness with it will be destroyed too?
I don't know if you'll have the answer to that until after I'm dead.
Not really what I meant. I don't think I can or want to kill you. Listen, sometimes I can make animals appear out of nowhere. Do you think I can bind the darkness to one of those and then kill it so the darkness doesn't go anywhere?
Binding something to the device is easy if you can overpower that creature, but the creature has to be able to withstand the darkness.
Huh. So it has to stay alive.
And truthfully, if it was that easy, that would probably be the default, the normal method.
I don't know. It's supposed to be used by lizard people. They're not very sane. Maybe they haven't thought about it. Is the darkness doing something to you? Like, do you feel bad with it?
It's always trying to escape. I have to fight. Always. I can't sleep. Just fight.
Okay, now I'm feeling bad. Um, if you let it out, can we do something against it? Like, can you let it out in a shape? And maybe I can hit it with a sword a couple of times?
If I relax, some will escape. But it assembles into horrible creatures that leave the people they touch lesser.
Like ghouls or something? Like undead stuff or
It's
abominations?
just darkness. Shadows.
Okay, I don't know how to fight with a shadow. Sega, any ideas?
Yes, we cleanse it with light.
Okay, that's a little bit simple for what I had in mind, but do you have a spell that can make light?
In wait, no, I don't actually have. Hang on. Yeah. In response, Siegel just cast the cantrip light and create a ball of light in his hand or something. Though he'll then comment, "This mere light is likely insufficient, though. No, my inner light shall have to suffice."
Okay. I don't know. I kind of want to help Cronia, but I don't want this guy to be in pain anymore.
Golem, if you relax, can you? How much control do you have over how much can escape?
It could be several.
Hmm. Do you think, hypothetically speaking, what do you think will happen if that machine breaks? What do you think it's gonna happen with the dark you have?
They just said it would be bad. That I'm doing a duty for them. But I hate them.
Yeah, they're kind of a dick with you. Uh,
Would letting some of it out ease the pressures upon you?
You don't have to risk your life for me.
I must aid you.
well, I don't know if I must, but I kind of want to as well. Um, can we? Can I touch you without being affected by the dark? Maybe.
Why?
I want to check if there's something we can do. Maybe something magical between you and that thing, or maybe see what's the dark about. I don't know. I feel like I should investigate you, and that's probably gonna involve a lot of touching.
You may try.
Okay. Excuse me. And I'm gonna try to check. I don't know. I don't have a lot of arcana. Can I use that to check if there's something magical about that darkness? Something we can do about it?
Sure.
No, I don't have a bonus on that. Yeah, let's go. Nope. No. I just regret that decision.
Yeah, you touch him and kind of like almost recoil just from his golem clay skin is kind of like both cold and hot at the same time.
Huh. Okay, that was kind of weird, but sorry, I didn't get a lot of info out of it.
Very well. Then we shall prepare as best we can, and I'll swing my weapon up into readiness and have it shift into a great axe.
Yeah, I cannot. One sec, I'm trying to check something about my wild shape. One moment. Oh, wait, we did a short rest, so I
Okay, you
got
get
my
those
wild
back.
shape back. Good. And I turned into a bear after the. Okay. Um. Okay. Relax for a bit, and we're gonna deal with whatever comes out. Okay? And then I turn into a bear.
Yes, we shall aid you as best we can.
All right.
Crap. Can I retcon that?
What's up?
I forgot what I said that I had to remember last time. I need to put bark skin on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, because my AC of 12 is. It kind of sucks.
Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll roll initiative. And you guys can do a surprise round. Starting with Bagor.
Okay, I can make it next to it. I have 40 speed. Okay, go here. And since I'm the first one, I'm gonna go and try to hit it twice. See how it affects me. So, bite and claws.
You missed twice.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna try to be like. I'm gonna try to stop it from moving if I can, but that's my turn.
Siga.
Alright. I think I've got just about got the movement to get behind it. There.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Branding Smite as a bonus. And then with a bit more than a little bit of a battle roar, bring my axe down upon it. And what do I'll do this. Yeah, I'll do the smart thing and actually do normal attacks because I get 2 of them. 26.
With that hit, as your branding radiance starts to surround this thing to make it start glowing, the shadow just completely implodes and it falls into a pile of gloop on the ground.
Okay.
Siegel could just kind of pause for a bit, after my attack, and then center for a few minutes, then probably glue with his axe. Oh, that went faster than expected.
Possibly. I'm gonna look at the golem, and I'm gonna be like,
My internet, like something's auto updating and I'm having trouble hearing you, so we might have to take like a 5-minute break.
All right.
okay.
Okay, you guys both here.
I'm
Yep.
here.
Alright, you poke the goop and it reacts. You have a lot of experience with undead, kind of, right?
Yes. Probably not as much as it. I probably have some before I came in here. Yeah.
Can you make an intelligence check?
No. I mean, yes, I can roll it. No, I can't make it. Oh.
You did?
This is a dark and disturbing form of ectoplasm.
It is ectoplasm, but it is dark and corrupted, which is truly is likely what should be expected. Largely inert now, though it still holds some of its properties. There's no longer any sort of sentience to it.
Huh. Give me 1 sec. Let me do something.
So this might be with that very small amount of battle knowledge and what I know of this ectoplasm. Could I figure out if it was that spell specifically because it surrounded the enemy in radiance that killed it, or is just a more generic gamey sort of weakness to radiant damage?
It didn't seem like the extra radiant damage had any extravagant effect, but definitely more of the light.
Okay.
I'm gonna nudge Siga and point at the golem. Because as a bear, I cannot speak. So like, hmm.
Yes, and I'll turn to the golems. How much does a single creature like that ease your burden?
I was attached to the device for too long. This is only a small fragment of the darkness.
I don't know. I'm not very smart. I leave this to you. Do you want to go like one more? Or?
Hang on, I'm just having a bit of issue with Roll20 Compendium at the moment. The compendium doesn't like dragging to the pop-out box. In character, Sieg would be perfectly happy just camping out here, slowly draining it in small fight after small fight until it's done. As a player in this session, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I really wish I knew how to read. Maybe I could try to write something. I'm gonna drop form. Feels like a
Speaking of
waste,
that,
but
real quick,
yeah.
since you picked up that magic scroll, just until you can figure out what it does, write down scroll from room 149.
Okay. Room what?
149 in the chat.
Thank you. I'm putting it on the bag of holding.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna drop form and I'm gonna ask the golem. Okay. If we use the machine, how many of these would you say are gonna come into you?
If any more darkness enters me, I don't know if I can hold it back. You'd have to find something else. Or just let the damn machine explode.
That's a choice. Do you know if there's a lot of people keeping an eye on that? Like, do they have guards or something?
The room is hidden. So maybe they don't feel the need to guard it. Maybe they do.
Okay. Maybe. I mean, as long as the entire race of the lizard people don't find out that it was the two of us, maybe we can let it be destroyed. I don't think it's fair that you have to hold all of that in. Uh, okay. I'll promise this. We're gonna use it for Cronia's clothes, and we're gonna let it break. In exchange, can you tell us how to find that?
How will you contain the darkness?
I mean, there's not really. I'm not thinking that much about containing it. I'm thinking more about doing what we just did, which is beating the shit out of it.
Why don't you roll an insight check, Bigor?
Okay. Ooh, I got a bonus on that. Whoa!
As far as you can read the emotions on a clay golem, he seems worried that if he leads you to the Grim Spindle, you're just going to hook him back up to the machine.
Oh. Uh. Uh. Okay.
As
Let's do something. Let's take us there, and then you leave. Like, you have nothing to do there. You were just showing us the way somewhere. We didn't know what we were looking for. And when you're, what, 2, maybe 3 rooms away, if it's far from here, uh, then we come into the room, right? If you're far, it's not going to affect you, right?
It's not far from here. It's just that the doors are hidden.
But can you maybe go to the next room over where we were before with the birds?
To bind the darkness to something, you must attach it to the machine.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. You feel me? Like, you already have a lot going on, and it will be really shitty for me to put more inside of you. And I don't want that.
If you
Listen,
just want
we
to make
need the
clothes for
clothes.
someone,
Yeah?
I will show you the machine.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want you affected by it. Here, give me your hand. I go for a handshake and
He
uh,
doesn't understand that
I
custom.
just okay. Follow me. Give me your hand. Uh, I swear on my name and I swear on the memory of my family, the wolves I was raised by, that I will not plug you into that machine and that I'm gonna let it break. That's my promise to you.
Okay. And he starts like limping back north up here.
Okay?
And he walks over here and he touches something on the wall and some of the bricks slide away.
Nice. Okay. So you don't have to go in. Like just just go and I'm gonna take care of this.
And he limps back the way he came.
Once he's away from us on the other room, I'm gonna tell Siga. I don't know if you think that golem is evil, but I'm planning on keeping my promise. I don't know if you're okay with that.
Of course, I plan to aid him. Over time, we could slowly drain out that darkness and at least ease his burden.
Yeah, let's break it for now. It's I didn't know someone was doing something like this here.
Inside, you see the strange contraption. It was once just a normal spindle, but it has had all kinds of strange magical additions to it. Near the top, there is a strange candle with a green flame. And near that is like a glass tube which runs down towards the spindle. And the glass tube splits into a yellow glass tube and a black glass tube. And the black glass tube goes straight into like kind of like a brick of needles that are just kind of sticking out into the open air. And the light tube swirls into um, a place where the thread would go. Uh, it appears like you will need some kind of cloth to tear down into thread to enchant with light. So you'll need thread from somewhere.
Well,
And
we
you'll
have
need to
the
figure out how to operate a spindle. Because it does not look, it looks to be mechanical.
uh we have the bird people clothes.
Also, this
Is
room
Chromia?
has 4 doors up, down, left, and right.
Oh crap.
But all are kind of like you can see the outline of the doors, but you can tell from the other side they're probably hidden doors.
Is there anything in this room that I can use to kind of block it? Like block those doors?
No, this appears to be pretty much the only thing in the room.
Hmm. Do you mind waiting here for a sec, Siga?
Uh, yes, sir. I can certainly do that. Where would you be heading?
I'm gonna go talk to that golem. Give me one sec. And I'm gonna make my way to the golem. I'm not gonna enter the room. I'm gonna be from the door and I'm gonna ask him like, hey, sorry. Do you know how that thing works? Like, what do I have to do?
I had my eyes shut most of the time.
Okay. Uh, just stay here. We're gonna figure it out and then we're gonna let it break. All right? And I'm gonna come back.
As he was gone, I've gone to the other three doors and kind of scattered like one set of caltrops behind each one.
Okay.
So, I don't know if I told you this before. I kind of tell it to everybody, but I'm I'm not from the cities. I was raised by animals in the wild, so I don't know a lot about these machines. Do you think you can, I don't know, figure out how it works? I don't want it to break before we make the clothes.
Maybe. I don't have much experience with this sort myself. Can I try to like I would say poke around at it, but I don't want to actually touch it. Just try to see if I can try to figure it out with investigation or something like that.
Yeah, make an roll investigation. You can tell that there's a foot pedal on the ground that is hooked up to one of the main wheels, and you imagine pumping that would start the device spinning, but kind of what goes on after that is a little past you right now.
Hmm. Well, I can see that motion here will be transferred to this wheel, but beyond that, I don't know.
Okay, so I remember Cruchem said it's gonna split fate. So that sounds kind of maybe a little bit evil. So maybe I should be one doing this. But I mean, I want it broken, but I don't want it to break while we're still doing the clothes. We have clothes from the bird people that we haven't used in a while. So I'm guessing we can use that for clothes, for thread. But I don't know. Can you
As
assist me, maybe?
I can certainly try. Um, let's take out those clothes. You say they haven't been used in a while, so let's get those clean.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pull out what we marked as Birdman cosplay.
They do have some blood on them and some holes, but otherwise they're mostly serviceable robes.
Luckily, I can clean them with prestidigitation, aka least wish.
Lesser wish.
No, it's definitely least wish.
Okay, and once we have that, I'm gonna sit and try to work on it.
Let's try to figure out where this raw cloth goes first.
Yeah. Uh,
There was
with sorry, go ahead.
was there something at the top of the tube? You said there's a tube that split into a light colored glass and dark colored glass. So presumably we want to put it somewhere further up from that before the split. Is there somewhere obvious that's an input there?
No, that kind of before the split is pretty short. It just goes from this strange green flame to a short section of tubing and then splits pretty quickly. And there's not much up there above you.
All right. So the green flame, is that like right at the top? Is that basically the top of the tubing or?
Yes.
Okay. So like to get into the tubing, it would pass through the flame.
Yes. It's
Okay.
a strange like bowl. The tube leads to like a strange bowl like thing, and the green flame is inside that bowl.
Okay.
If I move the pedal without clothes, would it do anything? Like, is it gonna start the process, or isn't it?
The
Or
pedal
it's
would
not
need
gonna work
constant
because it doesn't?
pumping to be able to keep spinning. You can just pump it a little bit and kind of see what happens.
Yeah, I want to do that to see if maybe I can try to uh, reverse engineer stuff to see if maybe I can figure something out.
Uh, you can. I'll say you roll investigation with advantage for watching it in motion.
Okay.
And just as a side note, the entire time we're in this room, I'm gonna have my greatsword either in hand or ready to grab at a moment's notice.
There we go. So
You can
that's a
kind of
15.
see within the light colored tube as it goes down into the back of the machine. The wheel turns like this gnaw of wooden and some metal uh, gears on like an axle, and it kind of like matches up stuff. So you would assume that you would put some fibers there, it would mash it up and start spinning it into a single thread. And the light colored tube goes in further than that, and it spins around that axle where the fibers are coalescing. But also with a few turns of the wheel, from this like brick of needles all pointed in one direction, you can kind of just see streaks of darkness shooting out. You can hear like faint screaming coming out of it.
Okay.
All right. As a extremely stopgap measure, I'm going to try to cast light on that brick of spikes and or one of the spikes in that brick. Just basic light cantrip. I don't expect it to do anything, but it might.
Okay. But that
While
was
he's doing that, I'm gonna go back to the golem and be like, "Hey, we moved it. Are you okay?"
what?
We were just moving that thing, trying to figure it out. Are you all right?
Are you done?
No, we're learning, I'd like to say.
Okay.
Very well. We'll be back. And then I come back to the spindle room.
Are you closing like the secret door behind you each time?
Not really, I don't see a lot of people here.
Okay.
Okay, just because those darkness screams got me a little bit nervous, I'm gonna cast this on myself. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna begin, Siga, so wish me luck.
Look, hopefully this goes well.
How long do you start pumping the device for?
For at least the minute that resistance lasts. Like, try to get a grip on it, see what's going on.
Yeah, you start pumping the device. You can hear the mashing of the robes. And things start picking up. Everything starts spinning. And you see the light kind of start to swirl inside the yellow tube. And the screaming from the needle starts picking up. And then it's kind of been about a minute.
Nothing weird's happening to me yet, right? Like, I don't notice
You don't feel any different.
anything. Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna keep going. This is gonna be a while.
Yes, that seems so.
I'm gonna go for like what, 15 minutes more.
And I'm also gonna go and close the door and drop another set of caltrops in front of it.
Okay.
I assume they open into this room, those doors?
Yes.
All right.
Also, I'm going to click this a couple times because it might be broken. No. Seems okay.
All right. And then after that, I'm just going to stand ready near the exit there, near that, near the spikes with my great sword in hand, ready to smash anything that comes out.
He starts pumping up you can see kind of the light start to swirl in the tubes, and then you can kind of see like a thread of darkness swirling in the darker tubes. It starts kind of pouring out of the needles into the air, and it just starts getting denser and denser, and it's starting to create some kind of form. And after probably 15 minutes, I guess, eyes start to form on this.
I assume that light cantrip is not doing anything other than providing light.
Not having a significant impact.
Okay. Is it taking the shape of some sort of clothes or just thread?
You have about 3 feet of thread.
3 feet of
Cool.
thread does not make a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be here forever. Sega, this is gonna take longer than expected.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
I'm gonna
going.
try to disrupt the darkness / dissipate whatever before it fully forms into whatever it's trying to form into. Basically, just take a swipe through it.
It seems pretty resistant.
It does count as a magic weapon, just in case.
Okay. That's good to know for the future. But as Bagor is pumping the wheel, even as you kind of just take cautious swipes through it, it's still growing. And now it is enough to form into a being who starts to lunge at you.
Uh-oh.
I would most definitely like to try to hit it before it gets to me.
Since you were attacking it, I will give you the surprise round.
Alright, if you're doing full round, then I will do regular attacks then. $19 for 14.
These things are extremely quick and very hard to hit, but you do get a solid blow. And this being looked a lot more flimsy and thin of a humanoid figure than the last one. So with a single blow, you dissipate it into ectoplasm this time.
Alright. And then I assume another one starts forming immediately after.
Yes.
Now that I've been working at this for a while, uh, do I get a sense the machine is gonna break if I stop?
Not necessarily.
Like to maybe switch with Sega if things start looking wrong.
You keep pumping another 30 minutes, and another creature starts to form.
Just in case it matters, I don't expect it to. I'm gonna make sure I kind of scooch the ectoplasm further away with my sword, and then I'm gonna go over to Bagor and cast light on one of the things he's wearing, so he has a tiny bit of protection.
Okay.
And then go back to the vigil.
After the second 30 minutes, another figure starts to form. This one happens to be a lot more dense than the last one. I'll give you the surprise round again, and then we'll probably roll initiative if it's still up.
That's the wrong button. 22 for 12.
You definitely get your first strong attack off. And your second attack also slices through it. Just roll an initiative. We won't do a turn tracker.
Alright.
This thing lunges at you. What's your AC?
15.
And all it does is touch you, and you just feel an intense sense of dread and fear. Can you make a save for me? But which one? Charisma? Saving throw.
Only 12.
You push through the feeling, and you think you escaped whatever it was, but you know that it was incredibly terrible, and you do not want to go through that again. You can make your next attacks.
Alright. Um, no. All right. 24 for 15 on the second attack.
With your last attack, you manage to get a clean swipe across its fast figure, and it dissipates into ectoplasm again.
All right. As I scooch it's one bet away, near but not adjacent to the other one that's well away from the machine. I'll call out to Gores. The second one was significantly stronger than the first one. If that trend continues, I don't know how long we'll be able to do this.
I don't know what I'm doing. How much thread do you think we have right now?
After an hour, you probably have maybe like 10 feet. Well, no, probably more than that. We'll say like 20 feet. 10 feet
Crap.
per 30 minutes. That's pretty slow, but basically
We need more.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
Let's
and it's
see.
intended to be used with something containing the darkness.
Yeah, I see why, but let's crap.
We don't yet know if that trend will continue. We can wait for at least one more to form.
You sure about that?
Yes.
So far,
Okay.
of the three shadows you've seen, the one that came out of the golem was the most intimidating.
Okay. If things look bad, just let me know. I think I can do something about this for a bit.
Understood.
And I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna keep going.
Another 30 minutes and another shadow forms. I'll let you go first. Uh,
12 and 9.
This one does look a lot more thin than like the first one, but just the pure intimidation of knowing what it could do if it touches you shakes you, and you miss your attacks.
Can I cast something while I'm working on this thing?
I would say you'd have to make a concentration check.
I'm gonna risk it. That's a Constitution save, right?
Yes.
Ugh.
What are you casting?
I'm casting Resistance on Siga, just in case.
Touch spell. I'm not.
You would have to
adjacent
touch
you.
him.
Crap. I didn't see that before. Alright, never mind. I don't have a lot. You know what? I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals then, instead of Resistance.
That doesn't last very long. Oh, it's after an hour. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going for one beast of challenge 2.
I think bears are around challenge 2, so a big bear just like forms up from the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna tell it like, hey, I want you to help that guy, no matter what happens.
Just roll a d20 for initiative for the bear and for Siga. Or You roll initiative. It's fine.
That's a 19 for the bear.
Just click the bear attacks on your bear sheet.
Both?
Yeah.
There we go.
It stands up on its hind legs and just comes down with a bite. And just purely the bite is able to completely scatter this shadow. But as it lands and steps in the ectoplasm, this massive bear form starts to shrivel. And it looks now like a bear that has not had a meal in 2 years.
Oh, crap. Uh, uh,
Are you still pumping the spindle?
yeah.
Yeah, can you
I'm
get
gonna
me
try to get enough to get at least one piece of clothing.
We're just gonna keep going until you get one of the bigger ones and then see how you deal with that.
Okay.
So another hour later, uh, a massive shadow forms up. So you've dealt with a couple. Even the gaunt bear still helps you for the first couple. But then that spell ends,
Yeah, now Ziga's alone.
and a extra dark, extra bad shadow forms.
All right. Oh, um, are you doing the usual surprise round then? Initiative.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm gonna put Hexblade's Curse on it first. And then try to hit it. Sadly, it does not give me advantage. So 21 for 9 plus 3 damage, 12 damage.
Okay.
If I had advantage, those both would have been crits.
Ugh. Roll initiative. Why don't you roll it too, Bugor?
Yep, coming up. Hey, we got the same initiative.
Alright. We'll let Siga go first since he's on top of it.
Alright. And
And you recognize that so far you have not really made a dent in this thing.
alright. For my bonus action, I'm going to use Radiant Consumption. So, with a bellowing cry, my eyes and mouth start pouring out light, and my blade starts to glow even brighter as I bring it down upon this beast. 16 and 23.
First attack misses.
All right.
But you do
So
extra damage on the second attack.
the curse damage plus the radiant consumption damage, and then at the end of my turn, there, we both take. Well, we both take 3 damage, but I take 2 because it's resistance. So that's 21, 24, 27 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
And this thing is still standing sinisterly. Does not look like you have gotten halfway towards killing it yet. Bagor, you notice that things are different this time.
Crap. How far is it from me?
Just like 10 feet.
I mean, I'm assuming that between the fights wasn't enough for a short rest to regain spells.
Probably not.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
No, it's been like 2 hours only. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna hold a healing word in case Siga gets hit.
Okay.
And in case it matters, I'm now emitting 10-foot bright light and then 10-foot dim light.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep doing the machine in the meantime until I have to move.
It tries to reach out and grab at you. And successfully does.
Charisma save again?
Charisma saving throw. Again, you feel the fear and the dread. And you felt your life flash before your eyes. But you shake it off.
I'm glad it's on my good save at least.
You and Bagor and Mage take turns again.
Alright, I'm gonna shockingly try to hit it a couple times again. 10 and 19.
Second attack hits.
Alright, for not the Running Smite, that was a big misclick. So it's 13 damage. Plus another. No, sorry. It's 16 damage plus another 3 at the end of end of my turn. So 19 this round.
Alright, it is now more than halfway dead. Is there anything you're doing different this turn, Bagor?
No. Holding the spell, even if I didn't use it, uses a slot, right?
Yes, I think so, but I think you might be able to hold on to it for still a minute. I'm not sure about that. We'll say you use the slot, but you still can hold the spell, continue holding it. If you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep holding, and I'm gonna tell Athas to, like, let me know if I gotta stop this and go.
I don't know what bonuses it has. 15 was your AC?
14. Yes, 15.
That's probably not enough this time. So it lunges at you again, but you can kind of use your weapon to block it. Your
And
turn.
then counterattack. 19 and 18.
This time you hit him twice.
Curse gets on both, and then the radiant damage on the first one. So 21 for the first and 14 for the second. And then an extra 3 at the end of my turn, rather.
It lunges one more time. But since it's so close to death, I won't make you roll your last attacks. So you end up scattering it to ectoplasm again.
And again, I'll push it out of the way, and as I heal a small amount.
That is a place to stop for the night.
So last thing, since he's getting damage, I want to still use the the healing
Okay.
word.
Yeah, I did heal after I killed him from the curse, but I'm still a little bit damaged.
Yeah, just in case, because I don't think it's enough for now.
And you
I
can't
don't
hold
think
it
we
for
can even
another
make
30
stocks.
minutes, so.
Yeah. Which actually puts me back up to max. With 1 point of wasted.
Well.
And
well.
no more active abilities at all.
Let's see. Is there enough time between the fights for him to get like a short rest or something?
It's around 30 minutes, but he said he was kind of trying to slowly attack the shadow as it forms,
okay.
which kind of doesn't make it super restful, but that is kind of helping to delay it. So if he doesn't do that, then it's not
Okay.
short enough.
Got it. Okay. This is gonna take 4 days to complete.
Like, how thick is this thread? Are we talking like modern
Yeah,
thin
it's
thread sort of stuff?
it's pretty thin. I might retcon it to say you've got more. I might like look up how fast this spindle actually works, but
Yeah, even 20 feet of thread is not that much if you're trying to weave
yeah,
something.
definitely.
That's like maybe a square inch at most. If I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Crony
Okay,
is gonna have to contemplate getting a bikini.
Yes, no elegant gown for her.
Yeah, at least for now. We gotta see how much we can take on this, and then we go. Well, guys, gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave you.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.